Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a few reviews on some products that came out in the past week or two. First of all is gonna be the Forever Dior Skin Foundation. This is reformulated and I've heard so many mixed reviews that I actually wore it a couple days all day, kind of tested it out. That way I can kind of gather my thoughts and make my own opinions. And then we're also going to try this Chanel makeup. This is the spring collection, I think. I didn't even swatch this, so this is definitely a first impression. And I got the quad, which is right here in this pouch. And this is how it looks like. And I never use those. And also the blush. It tastes like this. Oh, that's it. I'm excited about that color. Usually I don't buy a lot of Chanel makeup just because it's so expensive. I have some of other staples, like some of their foundations, the concealer, some blushes, the highlighter, but it's not a brand that, like, if they come out with something new, I'm immediately gonna purchase. I'm gonna think about it and make sure that my purchase is well spent, like my money is well spent. But this collection really attracted me. I really like the color of the blush. The eyeshadow palette, on initial application I didn't love it, and then I thought it looked all the same, but then I saw some swatches and I was like, that kind of looks nice. So if you guys are interested, continue watching. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tanya. I would love for you to subscribe down below if you enjoyed the channel. And let's get something to drink. I do have my drink right here. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look super fancy, but it's really good. And let's put some makeup on. So let's start with the Dior foundation. Now this is in 2N and I am at my fairest right now. There's absolutely no tan, not much sun. So I think this is gonna work. Now I have tried this foundation 2 times, wore it all day long, and I have some thoughts about it. First of all, moisturize well. So I'm gonna use this from J.Lo. This is her moisturizer. I really like it. It's nice and thick. And I am just gonna apply it on my skin. I am also going to put my Tatcha primer. This is the Silk Canvas, the original. And I have found that with this, because it's so glowy, I do want a pore filling primer and something that keeps me not completely matte, just okay. I am not oily, so I am more in the just normal skin to dry a little bit. So glowy sounds good to me, but I did find that around the pores, this, I wouldn't say it looked horrible, but it emphasized my pores. So when I wore it with a pore filling primer, it worked so much better. So the brush I'm going to use is this Refer brush. This is the number 31. It's a very dense stippling brush. It's not a regular stippling brush. It's kind of feathered like this one. The bristles are really low. These are kind of close together, so it applies a foundation brush really, really well. So I am going to take 1 pump. It is not too glowy. I'm actually taking 2. I just squeezed some more. It is not too creamy. It is a little bit runny, as you can see, but it's not extremely liquid either. I'm going to take a little bit, add it here and here, here and here. I don't have their old version. I never tried it, so I don't have anything to compare it with. I'm going to have to take a little bit more and finish this. should have done like half with, half without. So this actually looks really beautiful right now, even around the pores, because I put that touch-up primer. It looks stunning. But without it, I definitely could see my pores more. It wasn't tragic, but it was noticeable. Like I could notice the pores. I think because it is so glowy, it tends to emphasize, you know, like just pores in general. So this is a thin layer of the foundation. Overall, it looks good. It's a little bit drying right here, right in between my brows right now. This didn't happen last time, but it is right now. And then around my nose, it's okay right now. Like it's not bad, but I do notice it a little bit. It almost doesn't sit quite as well as the Charlotte Tilbury one or the Chanel one. But right here, I think it is so beautiful. It gives a beautiful glow, and I like the coverage. I would say the coverage is medium. It's definitely not full, but it does a good job just evening out my skin. Now right here in between the brows, it looks kind of bad right now. I did not use all of it. I feel like this is enough. I don't want to put too much, but it really does look so beautiful here. The only trouble I see is right around here, and not even around the nose right now. I feel like it kind of settled and it looks better. Let me turn the light down. So this is with the lights down, so you can get a good idea of how it looks. Again, I think it looks good everywhere. I have some black here. Maybe I could have blended it a little bit better around the nose. Yeah, I don't mind it around the nose. I will say that over time, I do think around the nose, I see it more. It almost is a little bit drying, and it gets into the pores. But when I wear the primer, like the Tatcha Silk Primer, the canvas, it does not do that. So this is with the lights down. I am going to use the Dior concealer, Forever Skin Concealer in 2N. This used to be my go-to concealer. This is all I used to use. I think I'm running low on this, so that's why I haven't used it in a while, but it is such a good concealer. I went through, this is my second one, and this is a big old concealer. I feel like you're getting quite a bit of product. It's so good. I'm curious to see how the matte foundation is. I love the texture of this concealer. I almost wanted the foundation to be this texture. I think it's so good. I think that concealer kind of fixed all the issues I had right there. That is a beautiful concealer. It sits glorious under the eyes. Oh, I need to take it back out. It used to be literally, I think, months. That was the only one concealer I would use. I would force myself to change it, but I loved it so much. I'm loving the way the skin looks right now. I think it is glowy. It has good coverage. It covered everything I needed. Even my freckles, that concealer definitely helped a little bit, but right now it looks beautiful. All right, for the powder, I'm gonna take my Rare Beauty powder. I'm loving this, but I will say now that I'm not tan at all, it is kind of a little bit, a smidge, just too dark for me. I have the light medium, so I do think I'm going to purchase the light version. The reason I like this so much is that it has that peachy undertone that I just love so much, and I can still use it. Like, that works really well, but I think I would like to have the light one, just to maybe combine it from time to time. I think that would be pretty. I am going to finish my skin, do my bronzer, put my brows, and then come try the blush, which I'm so excited. So I finished it with a bronzer. I put it on lips and some brows. So the foundation is kind of starting to settle, kind of mesh with my skin, and a couple things. I think from far away it looks really pretty. I really love the finish of this foundation. It has a glow. It's beautiful. It covers the imperfections, but it doesn't feel heavy. The only thing that, well, a few things that I want to mention is that when I look really up close, like I can kind of see the foundation on the skin. It's almost not as perfecting and as smoothing as the Charlotte Tilbury or the Chanel one that I've just tried. It seems to be separating just a little bit, but when I used this mirror, I couldn't see a thing. But when I took this Chanel mirror, this is a great mirror, and looked really up close and inspected everything, I could kind of see it on the forehead a little bit separating. It's nothing bad. Again, I literally have to be this close to inspect the skin, but from here, it looks really beautiful. I think yeah, I love the glow. I think it's a good foundation. All right, moving on to the blush. Now, I bought this brush from Chanel. Beautiful packaging. I'm really liking it. It is already full of fingerprints, and this is the blush inside. This is the Pechee Rosee, and I love the embossing on this one. I think that is really beautiful, and you get a ton of product. You get 14 grams, but this bad boy is $70. Yes, you've heard me right, $70. I think that is just uncalled for. You do get a lot of blush, but I wish I had like 7 grams of product and half the price. It's just nothing's worth $70, but I haven't swatched it. I just opened it and it looks beautiful in person. Like just the way it sits, it looks nice and expensive. Another thing that I wanted to mention, that it came out with 2 different colors, a deeper one, and that looks like a beautiful color if you have deeper skin tone. I almost bought it, but then I calculated and I was like, nope, we're just getting one. So this is the one I picked. Let's swatch it. Oh, okay. So I'm swatching it and the embossing is still in there, and this is the color. It kind of reminds me of the Milani one, the Luminous. So that is the color. I love this color, and it definitely has glow to it. It's shiny. It's not glittery. It's shiny or radiant. It has a glow to it for sure. Blending it out, I can kind of see the gold specks through it, but they're very small that I have to look very close to even see them. So that's a good thing. Let me get this brush. This, I just cleaned it. This is the Real Techniques brush. I'm still looking for a dupe, and I'm taking it on, and let's see how it applies. Ooh. It's very soft. It's not super intense. So it definitely does not work for deeper skin tones. I think light to medium could pull it off. Oh, that's so beautiful. See if you guys can see the glow. Oh, so pretty. I'm building it up a little bit. I actually like that it's not too pigmented on initial application because I can build up the color the way I want it. Oh, I'm loving that. I think that's beautiful. It does not powdery whatsoever. Like there's no powder kickback. It looks beautiful. I think the blush is stunning. It is not powdery at all. It seems like it stays in place. I'm trying to rub that and it won't go anywhere. So I have a feeling that it's gonna stay in place, and I had to build it up. So putting layers on top of layers just makes the color usually sit better and probably stay longer. And I love the glow. Oh, I'm so glad I got it. This was definitely almost a pass for me just because of the price, but I think it is so gorgeous. You do not need a highlighter. It is beautiful. I'm loving it. It almost looks like a cream blush to me. It gives me that effect, and I just love cream blushes. I am definitely not putting a highlighter on. I think this is more than enough. Let's move on to the eyes, and I got this. This is the quad. It's called 747 Mediterraneen. And this is the quad. It is so tiny, guys. I mean, the shadows inside, I'm just trying to show you the comparison. They're so tiny, and this is $65. That is so much money. Now, the colors initially, I thought they all looked the same. But the more I saw swatches and the more I kind of looked, I thought, okay, I can kind of see the difference in between them. So let's swatch them. I'm going to swatch the first one. Seems really creamy. Let me wipe this off. So this is the first one. Second one. Third one. I have to see what I'm doing. And then the last. Ooh, that's a pigmented one. So those are the swatches. I'm going to show you up close. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not excited about this. I think it just looks okay. This middle one right here, what's the name of these? The Clear Light. Has some glitter in it, which I think it would be a pretty color. Let's see how it looks on the eyes. I do enjoy this kind of colors, but for that price, it's okay. Like, it's nothing crazy. They do swatch nice and creamy, but okay, let's just see. I'm not even sure what to do. They all look kind of the same. So I have here one look, two looks. So it kind of tells me what you could do. In the back, it has medium clear, clear light, medium dark. So you have two mediums and two darks. I think I'm just gonna do my own thing. I think I'm gonna take this one right here and start putting it all over the lid. That is pretty. I like the tone of it, but nothing special so far. I'm losing my voice here. Chanel doesn't want me to say it. I wonder if these would be one and done kind of shadows. I kind of like the undertone, I won't lie. I do like the color tone of this one. It kind of reminds me of Tom Ford Platinum, like the one and done shadow. In the middle, I'm going to take my finger and take this other medium. Just going to put it in the middle. I'm just going to use all of them just to see what will turn out. So this one is a little bit more peachy. The other one has like a taupey greeny undertone actually. I am quite underwhelmed right now. they're just okay. Let's take this deep one and put it on the outer corner. That's a pretty color. That is like nice, but it's just okay. I know the Chanel quads, they're just not meant to be, you know, the most punchy, most intense. I completely understand that. I just find for the price, I don't know. I don't think it's worth the money. I'm going to take a pretty fluffy brush and just try to blend that out. I'm taking this first color, just gonna clean the edges a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back and intensify the color. I feel like these kind of blend away a little bit, but in a good way. Like they do, they're easy to blend and they're soft. I do think I liked this color right here better than this one. This is kind of like a kind of basic peach, and it doesn't even show a ton on the lid. But the first one, I thought it was a little bit more interesting. So I'm gonna take this one again on my finger and just build up that color a little bit more. All right, now I will take the bright one, which seems to have more of a topper kind of color, so I'm going to put it smack in the middle right here. Oh, that's a pretty color. That definitely gives quite a bit of a light to the eye, and I like the soft sparkles. I think they're very elegant and pretty. I'm going to try to take that one in the inner corner as well to brighten up that. It's pretty. And then with the same brush, I'm going to go into this one right here, the first one, and then take it on the lower lash line. And then take the green one and smudge it. Now I am going to finish the eye. I'm going to put some mascara on and kind of see what I think about it. I may look in different lights and kind of gather my thoughts about the eyeshadow, and I'll be right back. Finished the mascara. I put my Bite Beauty mascara and a little bit of Thrive mascara on the lower lashes. And this is the finished look. It is a very Chanel-like. You know, Chanel in general, you're not going to expect to have like Pat McGrath colors or Natasha Denona. They are so intense, so pigmented. Chanel is known just for like softer colors, just more colors that blend into each other, that you can make a one and done look, kind of 2 shades, and it's enough. The formula is a very creamy, very blendable. So if you have any wrinkles or anything like that, or struggle with texture around your eyes, I think this is beautiful and it will work really, really well. Now, this is so expensive for what you get, and I do think the shades kind of blend into each other. Like I could definitely do without this shade right here, which is the peachy one, and have maybe a darker one or just something else. I think they're too similar for my taste. I think they get lost into each other, and I think that is the point to blend into each other. But I wish I had a little bit more diversity, a little bit more depth. That green actually gave me enough depth. I just wanted a little bit just different tones. I really like the undertones. I love that green. I really like this color right here. It's this one right here. I think it's really, really beautiful. It's this taupey brown, and that green is really pretty. Also, this is almost like a topper, but it's not super metallic-y. It has a little bit of glitter, but it's elegant glitter. It's almost not noticeable. It just gives light to the eye. And it's pretty overall. I just don't think it's worth $65. I think you get very little product, and just overall, they're too similar to each other. Now, if this look is something that you enjoy, I think this would look so beautiful just all over the lid. Maybe melt it into this one. I think those are really, really beautiful looks, but it's just a little bit too similar. The colors are a little bit too similar to each other for me to give my stamp of approval. And then the blush, I'm actually really loving it. This is definitely a favorite. I'm excited I have it. I love the color. I love the glow that it gives, and I think it's really, really beautiful. The foundation still looks exactly the same. I have something on my eyes. Another mention about the Chanel, there was no fallout, so you didn't have any pigment falling down your cheeks or anything like that, which I do enjoy. I wasn't expecting it to have a ton of fallout just because I don't think it's that kind of formula. Now, I will say I have a tiny bit of an issue right here to blend it out, but I do have a dent in the eye, so it always looks like it's not blended enough. But the foundation, it looks the same. It looks just like when I put it on. I'm not hating on this foundation. I actually quite enjoy it. I don't think I would pick this one over the other ones, but I don't think it's a bad foundation. I think it looks pretty. It has its place. It is $52 if you're interested in it, and it does get glowier throughout the day. So if you have oily skin, no bueno. If you have more dry skin, it may work. I did hear some people that have dry skin though say that this is too drying on them. I really don't see that. I've worn it. This is my third time wearing it, and I have not noticed that at all. Like, I don't feel like it looks drying. I don't see that on the skin. I do see a little bit, 5% separation around here, and that's the only place that I see it. And that is all for today. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on some of these products. Are you a Chanel Beauty fan? I like it. I just can't justify the price. Just the way with Charlotte Tilbury, the pearl quad, it was pretty. I just didn't think it was that special. I did have a comment saying that, oh, you don't have a ton of issues with your eyes, like wrinkles or things like that. So those look so good on more mature skin. And I agree, because the formula is a very soft and forgivable. But I still feel like that because of the price, I couldn't recommend it. The blush, I am just in love. I love this blush so much. Leave me your thoughts down below. I would love to hear them. I'm excited to talk to you, and I'll see you guys in my next video.